left off on part one of the series, we were going back over the wedding day and just giving you guys a general overview of how everything turned out. But in today's video, I want to do a deep dive into all of the details and how everything came together. So for the first part of the wedding, which was the wedding ceremony, we actually took the hotel lobby, draped it off completely, and turned that into the ceremony aspect of the wedding. I know many of you guys may remember this DIY. I will link it in this video if you didn't get to see it, but we DIY'd this floral box to be the welcome sign for the wedding. And we used real roses and greenery inside of this floral box. And I've been able to use this over and over again because it was made out of wood and it made such a huge impact as they entered into the wedding. The highboy table that was on the right hand side of that was for the hostess to stand so that the guests could check in. After the guests were verified that they were on the guest list, they were able to pick up these custom chocolates that I got from Etsy. I absolutely love them. They were engraved with their wedding dates. So it was just kind of a sweet treat to start off the day. They could also drop off their cards in the card box, and they could also sign the guest book and grab a program. So we had one large 8-foot table that contained all of these aspects for the wedding, and I think it really worked well because they could just pick up everything as they went. And then there was also the reception menu and the reception program on the right hand side of the wedding program. So everything was extremely organized and it had a really good flow to the actual event. Once they got checked in from the guest table, they could also grab a photo at the photo booth that was right behind the guest table. And as you entered into the ceremony area, I had 2 large candelabras on some gold stands, and I had some faux candles there as well. And then inside of the ceremony, we had just a big red arch and it was from Rose Morning. I will leave the link to that down below, you guys, but we kept the chairs really simple because, we just wanted it really clean. We wanted everything for that aspect to be really clean. Now, in terms of the guests, y'all, she had standing room only. Like, people were literally standing up around the back of the wedding ceremony. She was really loved. Once the ceremony ended, they were able to go and find their seat for the reception aspect. So we used that time that I was doing the room reveal for them to find their table numbers. They were able to get photos at the photo booth, and they were also able to not only capture photos at the photo booth, find their seats, but they were also able to get something to drink at the drink station, and they also were able to get food at the grazing station. So all of this was happening simultaneously while we were doing the room reveal, so there wouldn't be too much of a gap for the guests to be waiting. I also got this red flower wall from rosemorning.com. I will link both of them down below as well. So while they were doing that, we got to do this amazing room reveal. I did it live on my Facebook, and if I can find that link, I will link it down so you guys can see her real reaction. It was just absolutely amazing. But when you're doing just kind of an overview of the room, it's hard to get into the details, and that's what I want to do here. I want to show you guys how much love went into the details of this absolutely stunning red and gold wedding. You see a big mixture of the fresh and the faux florals in this head table design, and that was something that Mama Beverly alluded to in our initial video, but also the small details of the acrylic names that I put on each individual place setting where the bridal party was able to sit down with their name there. And then I had the menu that matched the dance floor, that also matched the sign. I mean, everything came together so beautifully. Right here is a real rose next to some faux hydrangeas. And if you were there and you just had to touch it, that was the only way that you would have been able to tell that there was a difference in the two. One of the tips that we like to use is we like to spray our florals with a special spray that, even though they're faux, they still smell real, and the room smells absolutely delicious. Speaking of delicious, how beautiful is that centerpiece? Oh my goodness. I've shared this before in one of my Amazon lives, and if you would like to check it out, I will link it in this video, but I'll also link that Amazon live so that you can shop this entire tablescape. Speaking of table, you guys know about my table accident if you watched the last video, but if you didn't, go back and watch the video where I interviewed Mama Bev. But this table, my husband and some of the guys that was helping him move accidentally slipped and broke the mirror to the table, but we were able to find a local glass table that was a glass designer that was able to cut out a mirror to fit this table in perfect timing. So I was so excited about that. For the guest tables, we just went with a crinkled taffeta champagne gold linen with the red florals, and each and every place setting had the napkins tied like a rose. So that was one of the amazing details, and the students of Lux Academy did an incredible job of making sure that every single detail was in order. And I'll show you guys a little bit more at the end of this video about their experience. But they were able to tie all of the napkins, and it just turned out gorgeous. Now, I had started to venture out on the deep side last year with this wedding. I had the drama draping in the back, and then just kind of a cascading row of red florals. And for some reason, in the middle of the year, I kind of went back to what was comfortable. But as I'm looking back at this video, it was stunning. Okay, it was absolutely stunning. Here's an overhead view of what the tablescape looked like for the bridal party. Just beautiful. And then right in front of the the bride and groom's table, the sweetheart table, we had another dance floor. So I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of music for your listening pleasure so that you can just enjoy all of the gorgeous details from this day.
Think I might be over my troubles since you came around. Something struck me. Oh, lately I've been caught up in my mind. Oh, it's not hard to see why I was feeling down. You saw right through it all. Oh, I could not fake it, no matter how I tried. Ooh, you cured my aching heart when you came around. I saw a million signs. I must be over it by now. There's a reason why. Oh, I think I might be over my troubles. Yeah, they've been there for so long now. Ooh, 'cause suddenly I think of tomorrow. Yeah, since you came around. Ooh, I feel like the only one who found out the reason why. Oh, I was just lonely. But since you came around, all I see is tomorrow.
So these were the cage chairs that we used for the sweetheart table. And you guys, if I told you the story that I went through to get these cage chairs, you would not believe me. But let me tell you, it was all worth it. And my amazing sister-in-law came through with this particular table for the bride and the groom, and it was beautiful. So we were able to use her table on the stage, and I was able to use my two tables on the floor for the bridal party. But this is just kind of how it looked with all the lights turned down. It was so beautiful and so romantic.
When you hear me calling, oh, it's you I need. Ooh, yeah, 'cause I cannot fake it. No matter how I feel, yeah, 'cause you heal my aching heart. When you come around. I saw a million signs. I must be over it by now. There's a reason why. Oh, I think I might be over my troubles. They've been there for so long now. It's over. 'Cause suddenly I think of tomorrow. Yeah, since you came.
Another thing that is really popular right now with weddings and events is lots and lots of candles. So you name it, we used it. We use cylinder vases, we use the stemmed vases, we use high, we use low, we use medium size, we use tea lights, we use all kinds of candles all over the place, and it really gives you that super romantic, super classy, super timeless, and yet beautiful vibe.
Feel like the only one who found out the reason why. Oh, I was just lonely, but since you came around, all I see is tomorrow.
Mama Bev is also a lover of bling, so she would not have had it any other way. She actually found these bling glassware pieces from Ross, and she insisted that we place them on her table. And I must add that it looked absolutely stunning with the lights glowing and the uplighting in the background. It was just stunning. The draping, the chandeliers, you guys, you had to be there to really witness and encompass the beauty, all of the beauty that was in this space.
Think I might be over my troubles since you came around.
When I tell you that love was in the details, I meant just what I said. We actually did all of these table numbers using the Cricut. Remember, I told you that they hand folded every single napkin in the shape of a rose. I mean, the details were just everywhere. And I think the small details is what really makes a large event come together beautifully. And one of the things that I loved about this particular design is that no detail was untouched, from the table numbers to the rose napkin folds to the menu cards. Like, everything just flowed together seamlessly.
Think I might be over my troubles since you came around. So
from start to finish. I absolutely love the way that everything turned out, but it would be remiss of me not to issue out a few thank yous, because without these individuals, none of this would have been possible. For Nacho, doing the draping turned out absolutely amazing. Chalet and Miles were incredible with grabbing the footage and also doing the makeup and styling the Lux Academy master students. Everything turned out more than what I thought it would be. And just for everyone being a huge support system, my husband for standing beside me, my team for keeping me sane. I just thank everyone for making this day what it was. Last but not least, I would love to officially invite you to be a part of the Lux Academy family. They spent 3 days learning so much about the event planning business. For those who were in the master's program, they got one-on-one coaching, and they are still getting one-on-one coaching from me. They were also able to graduate with their master's in event design and decor. They got all of their branding done, logos, photos, everything that you need. Their honey books were set up. Just so many exciting things happened. And so when I walked away from this event, I walked away knowing that I had entered into a new era. And I want to take you along with me with Lux Academy. Are you passionate about event design and decor? Or do you find yourself dreaming of turning your passion into a profitable business? Well, if so, look no further than Lux Academy. Our online, self-paced, and in-person courses will provide you with all the tools, resources, and guidance that you need to establish a successful business in the wedding and event planning industry. From contracts and pricing to financing and branding, we have got you covered. With our Lux lectures, our labs, and our legacies, you'll gain the knowledge and the insight you will need to create beautiful backdrops, stunning centerpieces, and you will also learn how to negotiate and host client consultations. Join us at Lux Academy and turn your passion into profit by enrolling today. Payment plans are available. We also have free classes that are offered, so be sure to check us out at luxacademy.online.